All right, everybody, let's dive into metrics that matter. All right. For text marketing, which is SMS marketing, this is what you need to know as well. Now, understand, I'm not going to take as deep a dive in all of these as I was doing in website because there are so many tools that you can use from this. From your email marketing platform, might also have text message marketing. You might use programs like Attentive or Klaviyo that are brilliant at this. I just love that they provide all this measurement in a dashboard so you don't have to do the deeper digging for that. Okay, so if you're looking at your revenue growth, you can look at that through your actual SMS, your text messaging marketing, and you can also see the message engagement. So a lot of what I was sharing already are some of the core things that you measure on a website, are some of the core metrics that you still measure actually within any of your marketing, being email or SMS or even social media marketing. We see that engagement rate. What we didn't cover are video views because, of course, social is more video focused, but you'll see that in YouTube. So in YouTube, you've got video views and video rates. So you want to know your video views. You want to know how many actually completed your video, watched it all the way through. You want to know your audience growth rate and also social share of voice. So that on socials is how many mentions you have. So if you ever look at different social tools now that help with posting, like HubSpot or Hootsuite or Sprout Social, there's so many in between there. One Up app, Promo Republic. There's just so many of them, but or Repurpose IO, they're gonna have something called mentions or a mention inbox, and you want to know what that is because the more that people mention you, it's not just them liking, that's that engagement rate that we're looking for. And then there are also tools like Crowd Analyzer that can help you understand if people like you or they picking up their pitchforks and ready to go after you. And the click-through rate too, especially like if you're looking at Instagram and you have 5 links at the very top that you can use with your profile, are people clicking on those and what's that click-through rate look like? Now, when we're looking at brand marketing, this becomes a little bit more subjective because now we need to look at some different numbers to see whether or not people know our brand. But that's why I slowed down at the very beginning to show you what people are actually finding and how they're finding you. Because if you're found with a direct search, that means you've got great brand and name recognition, which is amazing. So for ads, remember what I said about return on ad spend, ROAS being that nice to know, but it's not the whole picture. You want to know your marketing efficiency ratio. So you'll hear a lot of businesses talk about MER, marketing efficiency ratio, and this is the contribution. So how much did you spend all in all, labor, overhead, paying for that software, paying for Canva to be able to do that, all of that, how much did you spend and how much did you make? So if you spent $1,000 and you made $900, did you contribute anything to the bottom line? No, you're in a negative $100. There's no contribution. You contributed debt to the bottom line, but you did not contribute any profit. Make sense to everybody? So you're looking at your ads. How many clicks did you get? How many conversions? What success actions did they do? How much did it cost you to get each person to come in? So what's the cost of acquisition?